What is crack-a-lackin', everybody? Man, it feels like it's been a while since I've done a review. It's actually just been over a week, but I thought I'd get back into the swing of things here with a action figure review. Today we're going to take a look at the Brute Major from the Series 6 of the Halo Reach toy line. As the box says, it has 29 points of, or articulation points or moving parts. You can see there's a picture of the Brute Major. Looking pretty cool. Standard Halo Reach packaging. And look at the other figures in this particular series. So, I like this figure because of the detail that went into this figure, and because it's a large figure. You feel like you're getting your money's worth. Speaking of money's worth, I actually got this at Walmart for $11 and change, so that's a pretty cool price, I think. I'm used to paying the $15 at my local hobby shop, which is, you know, a little more expensive to shop there, but you find some of the more rare things there as well. So anyways, looking at this figure, you can see it does come with two weapons. We've got this weapon here in his hand, which to me, it seems a bit small for him, but, you know, I'm not really, you know, knowledgeable about the Halo universe, so you guys tell me. This seems really small in relation, especially in relation to the size of the figure. Maybe it was like taken off of somebody else, another character, and that's why it's so small. I'm not sure, but it's nicely detailed, and the detail is very nice. And you can see there's a peg hole, and this actually just fell off during the review here, but this is meant to peg in there. Nicely detailed, just seems a bit small for the figure. And you can see in his hand he has the grenade here. Take that out there. It doesn't really, I can't find a location on the figure to actually peg this onto. You know, normally on a one of the Halo soldiers you'll have the point like here where you can clip it onto or peg it onto, but I don't see any point. I don't see any place on this figure where you can actually do that. So you do have those two weapons and accessories. Another bit of accessory is the actual armor here on his head. It does come off, and you can see his ugly mug there. And I like that option. I like the fact that you can put that on there, and it is actually functional. You can see that there's the eye showing through there, which is good. You would want that, obviously, for a functional helmet. Not a helmet, but you know what I mean. So, very nicely detailed. Nice. Soft, rubberized type of plastic. Articulation on this guy, well, the box says, or the package says, he has 29 moving parts, which I'm assuming are articulation points. He does have a quite impressive articulation in terms of the actual points of articulation. Now, the range of articulation is going to be limited in certain areas. One of the things you notice here, he does have a movable jaw, which I'm not really used to, which is cool, because I know some people don't like the open jaw look. So you have that option of, well, kind of closing it that far, or having it open up that far. He looks like he's really surprised when he has his jaw that far. I think that's a little bit too loose there, or a little too far down, but you get the idea. You have articulation at the jaw, which is a unique feature that I'm not used to. Articulation at the neck. Man, that's really a tight joint there. That's not moving so much. Up and down, yes, you do have that pretty free movement there, but just side to side, doesn't want to go. It looks like it's stuck there or not meant to move. Articulation at the shoulders, well, you can see there's a joint there. You can go around. You can go up and down just to that degree. It's, you know, slightly limited there. And let's see, what is the next point of articulation? Well, you got articulation at the elbow. You've got the joint there that goes like that, and you have a swivel there. You do have a articulation point here at the wrist, which is real nice, actually. You get that kind of motion as well as all the way around, so that's cool. And let's see, what about his upper body? Appears to be some type of probably ball joint, but you can see there is the articulation point. So he does have a bit of this action going on, a little bit of side to side, and I don't think he actually has waist articulation, which is fine since he has the upper body movement there. That's fine with me. Yeah, it doesn't appear he does not have waist articulation. You got legs that are articulated as such right there. There's no joint here to allow the leg to go out to the side really. You can kind of do that, but that's about it in terms of the range. Like I said, the range is somewhat limited in certain areas, but you can kind of get the idea. You got a joint here, which is really nice. And let's see, what else? Oh, a really nice joint here at the ankle. You got some rotation, as you can see there. It doesn't really want to pivot too much. You can kind of get it like that, I guess. Let's take a look over here. It should be the same. Yeah. So yeah, articulation for this guy is, in terms of the points of articulation, is good. The range of articulation, either because of all this plastic or because it's really stiff, is not as good as it could be. But really, this is a bigger figure, so I don't really know what you would expect, or that you'd expect too much of a range of articulation. Now, the sculpt on this figure is fantastic. Awesome. Starting with the head sculpt, let's take a look at this guy up close. This is my favorite part of the figure, and I think he looks better with his helm on there. But yeah, very, very nice. Fantastic chest armor. You can see on his exposed skin he has some detailing there, some shading going on, as well as some sculpt into his flesh, his bare flesh there. Fantastic shoulder armor there. Really bright, shiny gold with some darker silver. Little arm guard here. You got the shoulder armor here, looking really nice. As I said before, this looks fantastic. It does not remove like some of the other smaller figures do with the armor, swappable armor, which is fine. You'd expect that to be non-removable in a figure like this. And I'm just noticing there seems to be a hole there, almost like a rectangular peg hole. I wonder what that's for. Anyways, continuing on, really nice detail here on his armor there in the front. And on the back, fantastic. Look at that holster there. It's very, very nice. And really, the sculpt, the detail is where this figure shines the most. And again, you can see some more detail here in the exposed flesh, the weathering there. Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't call it weathering, but the detail. And you got on his left leg, you got some armor going there for his lower leg, which is nice. Very nicely detailed. Got some wrappings here. Some wrapping detail. So that's nice. And as we're reaching the end of the review, let's just figure we'll close off with a size comparison. There is June, which I would imagine to be about your average size, scale, height, whatever you want to call it, for a Halo action figure. So you got that size comparison there. So again, like I said, the detail in the figure and the amount of plastic you get is really what makes this figure worth getting, in my opinion. And the fact that I got it for $11 at a Walmart is even better, as opposed to the $15 I normally expect to pay at my local specialty shop or hobby shop. Well, there you go. This is Halo Reach Series 6, the Brute Chieftain. I do recommend you pick it up if you can find it for around $11 to $14. I think it's a good deal. And really cool figure. Alright, I'll catch you later.